Yeah, first means we may get an interview question that they will ask like how you are going to convert the string to integer, integer to string. Okay. Suppose if I'm going to see that string value number equal to something like, but the string value is going to provide it in the form of this quotes only. But I want to add something like this one. But this is not a number actually. Okay, this was looks like a string, but I want to do the conversion. Okay, into integer type, there is something like called integer, okay, dot value of. Okay, here you can see right, there is an integer type as a string type as well. Okay, I can use this value of string where I'm going to passing as a number. Okay, and I need to get this into a number. I can use the speed here. Okay, NP. Got it right. This way we can convert the integer to string. Sorry, string to integer. Okay, but internally it was an integer only, but we are converting that string value to integer type. Okay, you can see now NP. It is coming right. And there is a one more question, one more thing. In the place of this number I am going to write something like characters. Okay, then whether it will be converting that value, you can see it won't convert, it will give some data type, data exception. What is the exception? Number format exception. What is the number format exception? Is of type runtime exception. Okay, got it right. When you are going to try to convert string to integer type, whether you have only the integer value inside the string which is holding, then it is, there is no issue. If it is having like some characters in that or any symbols in that, so that while conversion it will throw an exception called number format exception. Oh, this is the one type of exception. And if I want to convert the integer to string, in the same approach only we are going to use integer n equal to something. You can give like value. Okay, then after I want to convert to string, therefore I'm going to use a string class. Inside the string class I have multiple. This one you can see right, value of, I want to convert the boolean value to string type on. These are the different approaches we can have it. Okay, now I want to use this one right, and be on in. Hello. Huh? Hello. Vikram. कैसा? हाँ? ऑनलाइन क्लास లో మళ్ళీ చేస్తాం. బై. Yeah, here you can see right, this was an integer type of data and I'm going to converting that integer to string type, right? Okay, this way we can use the utility methods. Okay, instead of conversion, suppose I want to convert this integer string to integer, means I need to write some loop and I need to verify each and everything, and then I need to do that. Okay, that is the different approach. We need to convert individual character into number. That way we need to do it. Okay, instead of working with the logic, you can use the existing logic. Value of this value means I'm going to get it in the form of return type should be, okay, it is in a string type. Number. Okay, mostly the UI values which is coming from the application, that will be mostly they are going to use the string type. Okay, when the data is coming from the string type, means we are going to do the conversion of the value from the string to and required type of data. Okay, that's the reason we are going to use the data conversion. And we can use any of the wrapper classes to convert the data. Okay, each and everything has a value of, so that we can use it now. Okay, is the one thing, and other one. Okay, suppose if I am going to have like one string, okay, that we already discussed, I think, but discuss. Okay, string str1 equal to something called as Mahesh. Okay, if I'm going to give as an str2 equal to Mahesh. Okay, when I equating these two values, okay, it will give us an equal, because of these values are storing inside a constant pool, so that it is mapping to the same memory location. Okay, so that it is going to give. But if I'm going to give like a string str3 equal to a new string, and I'm going to provide this one as a Mahesh. Okay, then you can see that str1, str2, str3 looks like holding the same data only, but difference between these two, this one and this one, is it is going to create an object with the help of the new keyword. It is something like it is going to holding the variables. Okay, this is called as a variables, but this have some memory area for this type of variables is called as a string constant pool, which is there inside the heap memory. Okay, and what is the use of this? Suppose if I'm going to give it multiple variables also with the same data, then what internally it is going to do, right? It is going to create one memory space. In that memory space, it is going to create this variable. First of all, if the variable is already created, then what it will do means, if anyone is trying to create using the same value, then it is going to pointing to the same address location for all the different type of variables. So this way they are going to they are going to reduce the memory occupation, and they are going to improve the performance, so that most of the constants you will see that will be created in the form of an string constants. Okay, and one more thing, string is an immutable. Okay, there is a one question it will come from interview, why string is immutable. Okay, let's show the differences of this one so that we can be control. Okay, sysout of str1 equal to str2. Okay, what is the double equals to 2 means? It is going to do the comparison of the reference actually. Okay, if I run means it will give the true actually. Okay, number format exception. It was giving as a true. Why? Because it was equating the references, address references are same for these two variables. Okay, but if I'm going to give as 4, okay, then it is following the same data type, but even though it is not equal, with the help of this, it is comparing with the references so that it is not equating the values. Okay, if I want to compare the contents, that means this is a, what is the content of this? This was a Mahesh. Okay, this was the value. What is the content of this object? Mahesh. Okay, if I want to compare the contents of the objects, then I am going to use dot equals methods to compare the contents. Okay, okay, it was true. Okay, this was related to string. Okay, and if I want to okay, if I want to make this available to, I want to move the heap related object to string constant pool, then is a called intern method. We can use like this, so that it will move that object to intern. Okay, if I'm going to use and if it is going to pointing to intern, so that I can equate it, whether we'll see whether it is equating or not, but we need to copy the value, I think so. Let's see, just previously it was false, so we'll see whether it will be type of data. It was false. Why? Because the value is not stored. You can use the string str5 equal to, then I can compare with the str5. Okay, it was true. Why? Because we are initially this was a value, but if after that we are making this value available for the string constant pool, so that I am moving to string constant pool with the help of the intern method. Okay, we can see a pool of strings, initialize empty and maintain the private to the class. Okay, if you are going to use intern means it is moved from heap to string SAP, string constant pool, so that it will be pointing to this variable. If I'm going to comparing means it is going to give us a true for that. Okay, this is about and we have like in string we have multiple methods. Suppose uh, I am going to format this one and I will show the graph. Still string. Okay, name. Okay, this is something like I'm going to give us a name. Okay, the name is something like I'm going to give. There's a different type of spaces. Okay, or else I can give like Raju, and I have like this as a space. When you are going to try to add any value from the UI and you are going to provide the spaces, but it is not going to take complete along with the spaces. What you do actually when you are going to feeding the data into object, you need to trim actually. Okay, how we can trim means, okay, here or else we have like length, name dot length. We will get to know that what is the length of this. Okay, what is the length? Then after we'll see, we'll use this name dot trim. Okay, trim means it is going to trimming the edges. Dot length, you can see it. Okay, if I run means we'll see the first of all we'll see actual length. Then after trimming, what is the length? We can see it out. You can see initially it was 14, but actual length was 4. You can see also is 4 characters. Okay, it was removed then prepared backward spaces. Okay, that way we can trim our object the value and we can pass into the pass to the object or into the database you are going to feeding into. Okay, it's something like other methods. Name dot okay, there is something like called as an index. If you want to get the value of a index, you can get it out. Last day before replace, there is a replace word if you want to replace the characters. Okay, it was a initially it was a different character, but then after you want to replace, you can replace it. There is a split also. Regular explanation. Okay, we'll use a split one. Okay, here what happened, right? I'm going to take one new string called as an string names. Okay, and I'm going to provide the names like Manish, comma, comes, okay, comma, Hari. Okay, these are the different type of names. Okay, and I want to split these names based on the comma because this data is splitted with the help of this comma, so that I want to split these values and I want to hold these values in a different way. Okay, so that if I'm going to use this comma based on the data, I want to split it and I want to catch these values into one string array. Okay, I can give like names, names. Okay, if I'm going to use sysout of names, okay, that means with the help of this comma, I'm going to splitting all the data. Likewise, in the data, given data, you may have like different. You may have spaces. Based on the spaces, you can split the data, or you can based on the words, you can split the data. Because there are different approaches based on your requirement. You can, example, you can do that. This. Okay, I will iterate. Let's You can see that these are the individual objects. Previously, it was like this. Okay, we have split it with this. Suppose if you want to do any email validation or something like this, you can split based on the @ symbol so that you can get the username separately. So that what is the domain name separately. That way we can validate the user as well. Input use. Okay, this is use of split. Okay, you can split the data accordingly. And we'll see some of them. Compare, we already found through. There is an equal ignore case. Okay, suppose this is something like which is going to be used for the case sensitive related information. Suppose here I'm going to have like name, right? This was name is in instead of this, I will remove this case basis. So it be n equal to, I'm going to write some data form. Yes. Okay. This is some data which is Java is a case sensitive language, right? And I'm going to write one more thing called as an and SS equal to something. It's called okay. You can see that this value is different, this value is different. Okay, this is something like called as a cases only the difference. Now I want to compare. Okay, n dot equal ignore case. That means you are going to ignoring the case. Okay. Yeah, here you can see it. This was the value we are going to see. Okay. That means with the help of the ignore case, that means we can ignore the cases while equating the values. Okay. That is the use of this one. Okay, how means we are going to get some values from the UI or database, some constants we are going to comparing means this ignore case will be uses. Okay, we don't know what the value inside the database. Okay, we are going to converting to uppercase and then after we are going to equating the values that in that approach we are going to use in this method. Okay. What are the other methods we can see it. So, okay, we have like is blank, is empty, that is common for all this if you for the object related methods. Okay, we can check that contents. And length means we are going to see the length. Last index of means we are going to get the number. Okay, suppose if you want to pass any in the character over here for the given string, then it will check that what is the length of that and where the character is placed. Okay, that index value we are going to get it. Yeah, substring means it is going to give the between strings. Okay, suppose equal to great. Suppose this was a thing, then I want to make it as a substring of this one. Okay, substring means I want to pass the value. Okay, to substring which is going to take inside integer space. Okay, it is going to take as a 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 6, 0. Sorry. Okay, what is the value I'm going to get as a return type? Here also string type only string. Just you see it, I'm going to get the substring of this value. That means from the 6 onwards. Okay, from the 6 onwards this is a character, right? Therefore I'm going to get this value. If I want to get between of this one, there is a substring of 2 indices. Okay, I can give like 6 comma and I want to give something like plus 5, then I can give 4 plus 5 12. I can give 12 and we'll see the difference. So what is the value I'm going to get it? You can see at the rate Gmail. I can get the domain as well if I want to make it a sense. Okay, I'm going to get the mail from Gmail. That way I can get it and I can validate. Better we can take it off split at the rate. We need to use the split first of all. On the top of this, we can get the at the rate value. Then after we can split by the comma. Okay, and you can get this value of a string. Okay, that way we can use this. These are the different type of methods we can use to manipulating the string value. Okay, and how we can create a date actually. Date means we have a date and time related API to generate the date. Okay, we are not manually writing the date. It is going to be given by the system date. Java.util date equal to new date. Okay, if you are going to pass this value, this out means you are going to get the date. Okay, you can see right, this is a date actually. Okay, now I don't want the date, I want some other today's date or something like this. I want you can use this. Okay, inside the classes you can have like multiple length. Okay, get date, get hours, get time, get years. These are you can see right. It is like line is there between this. This is called as deprecated methods. Okay, we have new related date and time API is called the Joda. Okay, in that we have like date and time API. Okay, directly we can use a calendar and we can get the values as well. Okay, for now I can give like what is today's date, today's get year, get time, get second, get month, get hours, get day. Suppose I'm going to give this get a day. Okay, here you can see that there was a line because they are saying that the Java people don't use these methods. We have some other methods to use to get the date. That's what they are saying here. Okay, I'm going to get the date as 3, but it is not 3, it was 4. One minute, I will open that and you can see down the pin.